see. Sorry, just looking at the video there, it changes at every crossroad, so one goes left, one goes right, so you can split where the stuff goes. Oh, it is like Factoria and that. So it has got evil creatures trying to attack you. Brilliant. It's not as automated as Factoria though, but I actually like that. But I think I'll buy that as well in a couple of weeks' time when I can. Just can't afford £27 for a game like that. Would love it. Send those lists out there. Very nice. Or if anybody would like to help, but I don't beg. So the only thing I would ask again is Disability Dazzy Man. Tenacious Dazzy Man, known everywhere. Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, PC gaming years ago. PC's broken now. I gamed a lot on the 360 onwards. Been gaming on the PC since I was 19. I'm in my 50s now. Early 50s, and I used to play. Started playing video games when I was 4 years old on the Atari 2600. First memory I've got is Galaxian. I stood on a box with my dad, moving left and right whilst I pressed the button. Yeah, I'm a natural father, what I haven't seen for decades. But I love games. Music's my passion, and games. I like films as well, but it's nice to get back into gaming again after being supported for so many years. Right, let's get back to it. So we put the things down, because obviously you're learning, aren't you? So you're learning through me as well. So I put these down, and obviously they're not delivering very much because there's not enough going through, and it takes a while for. Oh, I need more sparkies. That's why. Oh, we did an awful lot there. Yes, it's faster. It's faster. Right, so what I was going to do is I was going to create a new shed here. Create it down here, then it goes with loads of room. Okay. There we go. We want it. Oh, hang on a minute. What's going on here? Oh, that's because it was planks we'd already left. Right, okay, well we'll put them back in here then. We've got 80 of them already, that's brilliant. So how many do we need? We need 80 wooden panels. They've got 24 to 60, 80. So 20 go in there. And we need sawn timber. 160, wow. That's about right, actually. $60 and $80. 20, 40, 60, 80. Oh. Right, salt, we need to salt. Salt. There we go. Right. 20, 40, 60, 80, 20 less. And the wooden panels 80. Okay. 20, 40, 60, 80, 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 40. Right. Oh. Yay. Right. Off we go. Here we go. Junk recycling. Right. Well, it's now called a recycler. Changed into... Yeah, it's changed to recycler now. Oh no, it hasn't. That was weird. So that's Village Monument, so it's recycler B then. don't think there's anything else here. Right, let's have a good look. Nothing there. I think I've been down here before. Okay, okay. Right, nothing there. Oh, that's why. Oh, finally. So the recycle's on the other end. Right. Okay, I get it now. We know now. That's why your recycler is there. I thought I was going crazy. Right. Oh, man. I'm going to do the crazy one first. Because that's like crazy muscle. Right. Right, save it. There we go. Maya, you're such a hard worker, dearie. Thank you so much. We'll put this to good use and fix up a few things around the village. We'll just need your sparks to add the finishing touch. The construction site is ready for them. Village expansion tier 2 preparations. Design researcher wants to try replicating arthuric distillery shrines. That's not the one. There you go. The mayor wants to expand the village and make it better. She hopes that doing so will entice new experts to stay and help you further in finding out more about the sparks. Now that we've all the required materials, all that's left to do is to set your sparks on the construction site and finish the building. Finish the construction site for the marketplace extension. Okay. Marketplace, right. There we go. With these babies. Yay! Craftsman, we've been crafted up a storm. Take a look at our new decorations. Oh, wow. So you've got a pillow. Oh, decorative pillow for showcasing items such as plushies. Spark showcase, drinks table, campfire, village fence picket, okay, village fence row, village pedestal item, spark, elephant plush, forest bunny one, spunny one, village lantern, village plant pot medium, and the village plant pot small. Taylor, I've just got my hands on something quite exciting. Please take a look. Oh wow, okay. Oh, see, that's in the way. No, I'm not interested in any of them. All colours in the rainbow is what all the same on the inside. Right. Let's get back to it. Save it there. So what was the next one we're going to do? More stuff to do. Hello dearie, I've heard that you started exploring closer and closer to the mountains. I know I said it before, but please do be careful out there. Since you're going up there, we should find someone who is knowledgeable about stonework and such. We should build some stonework facilities to show that we're interested in, well, all things stone. Okay, so tree bark. Okay, I don't have to do tree bark yet. Stone. There's quite a lot of things, so no need to rush yourself. It's good to take a break. Okay. I wonder if I just have to... Yeah, I've got to craft them and that gives me the reward. Okay. Do the path out on. Right, build 2 signs, okay? Right. Right. Divine researcher. Ho ho! Yes, come here. I found some of my old research notes. Unfortunately, they're not very readable. For some strange reason, there are some footprints on them, but we won't let that stop us. So from what I can gather, there are 3 shrines out there left in the woodlands. One with a statue that resembles a bean, a bowl-looking statue, and a statue shaped like a knife. That means 3 new sparks we need to find and for me to replicate, okay? Some of the notes are a little mixed up, so I think it's best if you give me the materials for all 3, and I'll research them all at once. Good things come in 3, you know. Right, deliver. If I research, you found some more notes that are 3 spark shrines in the woodlands. He wants to research them all to come up with new recipes. He'll need samples and some materials to search up the 3 new sparks. So a carry spark workbench. Okay. You know, it's funny, one of my older inventions was a beanball knife. It contained a meal and all the utensils you needed to eat. All in one package, just too far ahead of its time, I suppose. I'm just going to pause it there, guys. Just some medication.
If we can, if we can be launching a PoE1, expansion, and if we can also at the same time be, creating PoE2 patches, I think that means we're kind of in a good place. There's always going to be some level of mixing and kind of things that go on there, but I think that we're in a much better place than we were before, and that means that we're sort of ready now to be like, okay, we're actually getting the way we're doing development in a better place. So I mean, just to sort of talk about this, I was going to say this at the start of the live stream for PoE1, but I suppose I might as well just say it now. So basically, in the past, well, not in the distant past, we've always had the deadline is locked, the features are not, right? That's the way that that we want things to be. And the reason why you do that is because you can't lock both, right? You can't say this is the time and these are the features there will be, right? Because there's always development, things happen, right? Yeah. So effectively, if you want to lock the features, you can't lock the date. And if you want to lock the date, you can't lock the features. And so basically, we in the further go past, we're always locking dates. But then, as we sort of had PoE2 in development, we started to get to a point where we were locking features instead. And I think honestly that kind of wasn't the best. It kind of means that you're in a situation where when dates are unpredictable, players don't know what's going on, and also you can't communicate with the players about when things are going to happen. Because because we don't know, right? It's like, well, the feature has to happen. The Huntress has to make it in. We don't know when it's going to be ready. We can't announce the date until the point where we know that's happening. All I can do is give a vague estimate. So now, and I think this is going to be much healthier for everyone as well, we're locking dates. We know when things are going to be. If we have to, if something doesn't get done, we just won't put it in. We'll put it in the next one. So I think that's a much better way of doing development. So what that means is, we've got the PoE1 release coming up. That's in June, and then we'll have the PoE2 release 2 months after that. So 4 months from one to the other. But then we know we're locking in already. There'll be another PoE1 release 4 months after the PoE1 release that we have. Right, that'll be locked in, and then we'll have another PoE2 release 4 months after that, December. Right. So we're basically saying we're doing 4 months. It's going to be consistent. It's going to always be the case. We don't want to have this kind of uncertainty around this anymore. And the other thing that locking dates does act as a forcing function of you actually do need to to make sure you're actually shipping something. Yeah. So that's kind of a very important element of that. So effectively the change in development model there, back to locking dates, I think it's just going to be way better. I think that a lot of Path of Exile players are going to appreciate that. And man, you answered both of my follow-ups with that. People are very excited to hear more months. I do hear a little bit of an echo, Jonathan. I just want to point that out. Okay, yeah, there you need to go down. That's because everybody's going to hear just hear a little bit more. Yeah, healers, sorry, good, awesome. Yeah, I mean that's extremely exciting. People have been yearning for the 4 didn't make it to the memes. Did you guys consider like just extending it like one more month just for the memes? Not go to the watch it out? No. Like our priority is just being like, no, we need to get a period one expansion out ASAP, right? Like we really should make sure we're getting it as soon as possible. And you broke glass in case of emergency. You were like, all right, Sana, it's time for you to come back. All right, here we go, right? You know, everybody would love it. So, all right, well that was the only Path of Exile 1 related question I had. Thanks so much for answering it right off the top. We'll get right into the Path of Exile 2 stuff. All that is super exciting, but Path of Exile 2, man, it's been out since December, okay? So we're at about 6 months at this point. I'm really curious about some of the stats around this. We obviously see numbers related to Steam, right? We almost hit 600,000 concurrents on Steam. I'm curious though, because I'm one of the maybe dozens, correct me if I'm wrong, of people who play on a standalone, and then we obviously have the console audience as well. What has been like the numbers reception on those platforms compared to Steam? Is it similar or much smaller?
It is smaller, but it's not that much more. So effectively, I think we had around, I think the concurrency for 010 was something like 890 or something like that, like by the time for people on that one, so that's kind of where you sort of ended up. Console's definitely smaller. You know, I was actually talking about this recently because I was kind of wondering, like, why, so console I think is now about, okay, I think there's another story behind this, but I think it's somewhere between 15 and 20. The answer to why we don't know the exact number is kind of another story, but that's a side note. But yeah, sort of between 15 and 20, and I think it could be larger. I sort of have a feeling that like console players are not as into early access as PC players are, so I think that could be an element. So we'll see about that. But yeah, effectively, you sort of had about like 890-ish, something like that around the 0010. And then for 020, I was kind of like, okay, you know, you're always going to get a first launch like compared to the first launch, right? So like it was going to go. So my estimate was that we were going to have around 500,000 on launch concurrents, and we ended up getting about 85, so it's like very close to what I was expecting. So that was kind of, you know, that was a pretty much around what I was expecting. So I got pretty happy with that. So that's kind of where we ended up with that stuff. Now, you know, obviously the numbers will be larger when we actually get full release, and you know, there'll come a point where, like, you know, instead of shrinking each launch, we'll be growing each launch, and that changes, you know, how things work. So, you know, that's sort of what I imagine. But yeah, we really should see what happens to 03. I've got my predictions, but we'll see how things work.
Okay, yeah, that's very cool. I'm curious. I have not been able to like pay attention to a lot of the reception in other rounds because we have US and Europe and Korea. On one round that we have the Chinese round. How was the reception to like China came to early access came up compared to right?
No, it actually didn't. So they're not out. So I think that a lot of people in China were just playing on the international servers because you know they're just you know they use a VPN or something like that. But actually it's not actually officially out there yet. So you know we're actually it won't be too far away. I can't give you a date. I'm not necessarily managed to get it, but you know China obviously matters a lot. So yeah, but it doesn't have comments on too much further away. I'm actually going to be taking a trip to China in a few weeks to chat to some players there, you know, and have a chat. You know, so hopefully, you know, they'll be very interested to see when they're really coming out.
Right? Is it going to be paid like our version, or is it going to release directly?
Yeah, exactly the same. Exactly the same. The price is different, you know, there's different markets and different prices. But I thought, like, so I mean, it's funny because like Tencent were ultra keen for it to be free there because they're like, oh, like in China people don't like pay to play games. So I'm kind of like, look, it would be so unfair to the rest of the world if in China it was free and the rest of the world wasn't. It's free. So yeah, basically I was like, okay, it just has to be fair.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the price is fair.
Okay, let's say I had absolutely no idea. Okay, well, cool to learn. That'll be interesting to see what the reception is like over there. Okay, awesome. No, okay. Here's another kind of statistical question for you. I'm really keying on all this.
Hello, everybody. Sorry I was press the button on my PlayStation 778. I do apologise for the heavy swear. I don't like to swear on a podcast. Well, a gaming cast, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we were talking to him, and that's... So I can't think what the next bit was now. Right. No. There we go. Got to build 2 signs. That will get us an item filter. Okay, and a blocker. That'll be a big help. So we'll pin that. And we'll pin that. No point pinning that. And I have no idea how to get them. Right. New quest for the village. Okay, okay. I'm glad it's got a exclamation mark on these. So the merchant was bothering me about getting your sparks to make something useful instead of just more materials like the saw, timber and wooden panel. But the problem is that we need a new building if they need to actually assemble something. The saw bench which won't cut it this time. Get it? Yeah, dad joke, mate. The woodman wants to create a wood workshop, a building for the sparks, not to refine items, but assemble more complex wooden items. He's looking for some material to complete his new design. So we've got to deliver 40 wooden panels, and he makes a sword, which means we'll be able to make a new character. Yay! Okay, okay, right. Right. So the good thing is, whilst you're doing this, all these things are appearing. So we need some signs. So let's put a sign in the beginning here. Right. Oh. Right, let's get some wood. Cost 2 wood. And some, right, we need these in my inventory. Okay. Right. Signs. Right. Sorry, I'm just trying to sort things out here. Right. So, open presets. Here we go. And we want... got that there. Here we go. apologies, I'm just getting things sorted out. Right, I'm gonna put some signs down. Okay. Let's get to it. So, put a sign here, I guess. Right, try again. So, triangle. Edit presets. Select bar. Tell you what, let's get rid of that one. Here we go. Right. So, two planks of wood. Oh, okay. I think we better lay off this for now. Bloody hell, man. Okay. Right, okay. We got plenty of these. I've got 40 shards as well. Two timbers, one wooden panel. Yeah, we've done that one. Spunny plushie. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Okay. Right, it's on the right side. Okay, okay. Right hand, remind the sparks only interact with an input output on the right side of the path. Sparks when the path neurons are empty. We'll try to pick up any others on the path or from an outpost on the right. When sparks are on a path and they have an item in their hand, they will try to put the item in the first input on the right. That will accept them. Right, so okay. Right on traffic sparks. Always walk on the right side of the path and turn right whenever possible. Note the arrow visible on the path when you enter aim mode. This shows you which direction spark will be facing when thrown. A path can only be occupied by so many sparks. Further path too many sparks will cause a spark to jump. Call back. Circle. Aim mode. And L2. You can rush sparks in the aim mode. Okay. Right. This video's nearly ended already. I can't believe how quick it is. Alright, I'm going to end that one. I'm going to teleport back to the home first. And that's where I'm going to end it. So I'll see you in a few minutes.